Hello everyone. Today I am going to give you a few tips on how to prepare for a successful interview. Preparing is essential to remain calm under pressure, and this is going to be the first step towards a successful interview. Appearing for a job interview is a very important activity in your life because it might be deciding your course of future life. So, when you prepare yourself for the interview, you need to gather certain details that would help you to perform better and confidently. Here in this video, I am going to help you out with some of the important inputs which are required for you to get yourself ready for a successful interview. The first thing is you have to research the company. Preparing for an interview can be a daunting one, but with the right approach, you can increase your chances of success. So, before your interview, research the company and its industry. You can look at the details of the company through the website or social media accounts or any of the news articles which will help you to get a sense of their mission, values, and culture. This is going to help you tailor your answers to the company's needs and demonstrate your interest in the role. The second point would be reviewing your job description. You have to make a list of key skills and qualifications which are required for the role. Think about how your experience and skills align with these requirements and prepare examples to demonstrate your abilities. Then you have to practice your answers based on the questions which you have prepared. Think about some of the common interview questions. You can also prepare responses to behavioral based questions that ask you to describe how you handle specific situations in your life. The next important thing is dressing appropriately for the interview. Dressing professionally for your interview, even if the company has a casual dress code, you have to choose the attire that feel confident and comfortable. Then planning the route, because planning the route to the interview location, allowing extra time for traffic and unexpected delays, they are all very much important. We have to arrive early in the interview location, which will give you time to compose yourself and review your notes. Then preparing questions. Prepare a list of questions to ask the interviewer about the company, the role, their expectations. This will demonstrate your interest in the position and help you to get a better sense of whether the role is good fit for you. Always you have to follow up after the interview by sending a thank you email or a note to the interviewer to thank them for the time and reiterate your interest in the role. This will leave always a positive impression and keep you top of mind. The next thing is very important to be focused is dressing appropriately for an interview, which can help you make a positive first impression and increase your chances of success. So now I have given you few tips which can help you to dress for interview success. You research the company's dress code before the interview. You can go through the website, social media accounts, and any photos which will help you to get the sense of what is appropriate attire. If you are not sure, it's always better to err on the side of caution and dress more formally. Because dressing professionally for your interview, choosing a proper right attire which is clean, well fitted, and comfortable are very, very essential. Avoid anything too revealing or tight or casual. Pay attention to the details such as your shoes, jewelry, accessories. Make sure they are very clean, polished, and appropriate for the occasion. Keep always your outfit very simple. Try to avoid flashy colors, patterns, accessories, which will always distract or that may be inappropriate for the occasion. So, grooming matters everything. Grooming is also an important part of dressing for success. Make sure your hair is neat and styled, your nails are clean, your breath is fresh. Avoid strong perfumes or cologne that may be overwhelming. Try to be very comfortable. While it's important to dress professionally, it's also important to be comfortable. Make sure your clothes fit well and allow you to move and sit comfortably during the interview. Remember, dressing for success is all about making a positive first impression and showing the interviewer that you are professional, confident, and prepared for the job. The next important thing to be focused on is how to answer the question, tell me about yourself. Because this is often one of the first questions asked in the job interview. So when employers are asked this question, how to answer it in a very effective manner. Generally, employers who ask this question, usually they look for a short synopsis of you. So this question can be answered by creating a 30 seconds sound bite that describes your personal, professional background and strongest skills in 2 or 3 sentences. You try to vary your response according to the specific job opportunity and offer a brief description of why you would be a job good fit for the position. One of the best way to prepare for an interview is to rehearse with a tape recorder and then critique your answer. This is very much important because this answer to this question is very, very essential in the interview. So you can start with a brief introduction, highlight your skills and accomplishments that are relevant to the job, be specific, provide examples, discuss your professional goals, which will align with the job you are interviewing for. This will show the interviewer that you have a clear understanding of the role and are excited about the opportunity. Keep it concise. While it's important to provide enough information to showcase your skills and experience, it is also important to keep your answer concise. Aim to keep your answers to 2 to 3 minutes. The next question probably would be, why would you like to work for our company? So it's very important to show that you have done your research on the company and that you are genuinely interested in the opportunity. So this question seems very straightforward and the answer could always be difficult. So if you have not thought about it beforehand, there are 2 important things to include in your answer. The first is to use your knowledge of the company to show your sincere interest. You can get the required information from the company's website. The second thing which you have to focus on, give a specific reason as to why the position for which you are applying appeals to you. Yes. So these two important things you have to focus always. Connect your goals to the company. Explain how the company's mission and values align with your professional goals and interests. This will show the interviewer that you have a genuine interest in the company and are not just looking for any job. And always try to mention what you can contribute to the company, in what way you can contribute, such as your skills, experience, and enthusiasm. So this will show the interviewer that you are excited about the company to work with them and that you are a good fit for the role. So the next question after this would always be, sometimes they may ask you questions like how you handle your weaknesses. This is a very tricky question. When someone asks you to talk about your weakness, yes, you can cite it out under the right circumstance. You can try to prove to be an asset. That's very important. Yes. How you can say this? You are a perfectionist would work if you can cite times when this trait is a strength instead of a weakness, right? So always you try to provide concrete example of what you are doing to fix your problem, the progress that what you have made, and how these improvements will help an employer. So that way you have to be very honest with your answers. You have to focus on your professional weakness. Show how you are working to improve. Once you have identified a weakness, explain how you are actively working to improve on it. Highlight your strengths. You have to balance your answer by highlighting your strengths and how they will contribute to the job. So this normally show the interviewer that you are not just focused on your weakness, but also aware of your strengths and how they add value. Right? So now, in the next slide, I have given you some of the questions which you can ask the interviewer during a job interview, because this shows a very great way to demonstrate your interest in the company and the position. So when you ask questions, always you have to keep in mind, it's very important that the questions you ask should be tailored to the specific company and job you are interviewing for. So by asking thoughtful questions, you can demonstrate your interest in the company, gain a better understanding of the job, and make a good impression on the interviewer. So always you be prepared to ask questions during the interview that are based on your research of the company and industry. Insightful and pertinent questions will demonstrate that you have done your homework and that you are serious about the position. And your questions will help both of you determine if you are the right match for the job. And also be very much aware of what questions not to ask. Do not inquire about salary, benefits, or your office space at the first interview. These questions are appropriate only after the hiring manager has expressed serious interest in offering you a position, right? Keep always such things in mind. Finally, let us have a quick recap of what are the do's and don'ts in an interview. I have given few important do's and don'ts here. Dress professionally and arrive on time for a few minutes early. Research the company and the job beforehand. Make proper eye contact and smile. Listen carefully to the interviewer's questions and answer them thoughtfully. Highlight your strengths and relevant experience. Ask questions about the company and the job to demonstrate your interest. Follow up with a thank you note or email after the interview. Some of the don'ts which you have to follow during the time of your interview. Do not be late or unprepared. Do not badmouth previous employers or colleagues. Do not lie or exaggerate your experience. Do not interrupt the interviewer or talk too much. Do not bring up salary or benefits unless the interviewer does first. Do not use inappropriate language or make offensive remarks. Do not forget to turn off your phone or any other distractions. Remember, an interview is an opportunity to showcase your skills and experience, but also to demonstrate your professionalism and ability to work well with others. By following these do's and don'ts, you can make a good impression and increase your chances of getting a job. If you do not understand a question or need a moment to think about it, say so. Never pretend to know something or someone when you don't. Thank you. So I'll meet you in yet another video with some other information very quickly.